Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about my view on transgenders and transgenderism. I know when I had discussed this in the comment section prior, people had turned off their eyes to the points I was trying to make. So for those who have chosen to click on this video, I encourage you to have an open heart, an open mind, and to try to see things from my perspective. To start off, we're going to be talking about trans people and trans people. You see, trans and trans people means transition. It's literally the whole premise. And that means a change or shift from one state, subject, place to another. I believe there are those who do not put in the transition in trans person. To kind of tie in a little bit of my perspective with an analogy, we're going to use actors in movies. When an actor puts on clothes and has a title for their role in a movie, are they that character? Or are they an actor portraying as that character? For example, when Jeri Ryan plays 709 in Voyager, is she actually a former Borg drone who was disconnected from the collective? Or is she Jeri Ryan playing as 709? So if you said that Jeri Ryan is actually 709 who has technological implants and Borg nanoprobes swarming her blood and she has to regenerate in an alcove as per sleep each night, you are sadly mistaken, because Jeri Ryan does not actually have any of that. Just an example of what she looks like. To tie that into this discussion, if an actor is not the actual character when they have a different label, when they have cosmetics put on, when they have their hair different, a different outfit, whatever, then why is that the case with trans people? And to say that transitioning is as simple as the way you dress and your cosmetics actually presents a very real danger. For that, I'm going to recall a conversation that I had with one of my coworkers. For those who don't know, I do work with sexual predators. I have been harassed by one, but my coworker, she was on her way to the bathroom and this man was following her to the bathroom. And because he's a man, she got a little freaked out. I was like, hey, this is not okay. And the situation was handled as appropriately as it could. But what if that man, who no doubt had intentions with her, was identifying as a woman, able to go into the woman's bathroom without much concern and inflict harm? This creates a very, very dangerous situation. But here's the thing, that's just a hypothetical situation. Is it actually happening? The answer is yes. This is a sad reality for a lot of people out there. These people fall victims to the men who take advantage of the loose trans identification system. And all the men have to say, I'm a woman. Oh, okay, go on, go into our spaces. And harm is done. Is this propaganda or is this fact? If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I try to bring in research whenever possible. That I try my best not to spew propaganda. So let's take some time and look into some of the cases where men say, I'm a woman, and they go and inflict harm on women. And that last one honestly breaks my heart. It's a trans woman who didn't make the transition, went to a female prison, and got 2 women pregnant. The trauma and the risk that women have to go through due to these very loose trans identification system where all people can say is, oh, I'm a woman, and they're automatically obliged, is very real and is very dangerous. So I do not consider that very dangerous, loose definition of what it is to be trans to be trans. When people say that they've transitioned, they need to transition. But there comes a point when a trans-identifying individual passes to the point where going to the bathroom of their biological sex presents a very real danger to them. And to that I say, let's prioritize safety over feelings. If it gets to a point where someone has transitioned to where they can blend well and it would be harmful for them to be in the bathroom with their biological sex, they should be safe. This would greatly reduce and possibly even eliminate the very real and very dangerous risk we women have when it comes to the loose trans identification system. But if people transitioning goes beyond their name and their clothes, what do I mean by that? Surely I wouldn't advocate for people pursuing transgender surgery. To be honest, no, I wouldn't advocate for that. Hold up, let me actually give an example of what I mean. I'm a man. Makeup? Nah, that's for girls. I like manly things. We men are strong. Sup, baby girl, you look mighty fine today. Pink? No, that's a woman's color. I like blue. See? I can't do it. The point is, that stuff does not make me a man. I think my point is proven. Being a man and being a woman is not and is so much deeper than stereotypical gender traits and roles. It's much deeper than personality. And we see this in how most trans-identifying individuals do seek the hormones of the opposite sex and chopping off their parts. But now that we've addressed kind of all of that, let's talk about my view on trans people. People who suffer from gender dysphoria deserve the utmost compassion and kindness. They shouldn't be hated upon. People who are trans shouldn't be dealing with the judgment of God from us. They should be dealing with that with God. And instead, we should be showing some kindness and compassion and love. But I do see choosing to take the step into surgery or taking hormones is kind of saying, God, how you made me was wrong. So to those who do want to pursue Jesus, you're gonna have to do what the rest of us does. To make a choice, yourself or him. But regardless of your choice, I will not choose hate on you. I will not bully you because you're trans. I would much rather choose compassion and kindness and prioritize safety instead of hate, bitterness, and verbal abuse. That's what we all should be striving for. Love, peace, and some sense of unity. Anyways, that wraps up my take on transgender and transgenderism. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a blessed day.